Slavery isn't dead in America. It just changed uniforms. Look, nobody is out in the fields picking cotton anymore. Now, we're all clocking in, working at 40 hours a week, and we're handing most of our paychecks to the banks for things that we bought months, even years ago. Cars aren't sold anymore, payments are. The housing industry pushes affordability based on the monthly payment, not the real price. And credit card companies, oh, don't get me started, like Visa, Discover, American Express, they've got more power over American families than most politicians do. Look, debt is the most marketed product in America. It's pushed harder than trucks, houses, and college degrees. People don't buy, they borrow. And when borrowing becomes the norm, debt becomes a new chain. This is the beginning of modern financial slavery, and most people don't even realize they're wearing the shackles. Look, people aren't broke because they're lazy. They're broke because their income is already gone before it arrives. Every paycheck is spoken for. Credit cards, car loans, student loans, furniture payments, subscription services, Amazon credit, Home Depot credit, all of it. Look, Americans spend their working years paying for their past. When you finance everything you own, you don't actually own anything. You rented your lifestyle from a lender. And that's why people feel stuck, because they are. The chains aren't made of iron anymore, they're made of interest rates. And the crazy thing is that people are conditioned to think that this is normal. Nothing has enslaved an entire generation faster than student loans. Look, we've got kids graduating with an average of $38,000 in debt, and they don't have a job lined up. What the heck? Why did college costs explode? Guys, it's simple. Loans became easy. When lenders remove limits, institutions remove price ceilings. It's engineered inflation disguised as opportunity. And the government, oh man, don't get me started there, okay? They lead the way. Multi-trillion-dollar deficits, fake debt ceilings, and a spending habit that makes Vegas gamblers look responsible. Look, when the government treats debt like a solution, the culture follows. We've been doing it for 40 years. Borrowing has become the American way of life. And people get trapped because they think they're doing what they're supposed to do. Let's talk real estate. Debt has a rebrand in real estate. It's called leverage. Sounds sophisticated, right? Sounds smart, but it's just debt with makeup on. Leverage, it does give you bigger gains. And when everything goes right, man, it's beautiful. But when things go wrong, guys, look, when things go wrong, leverage becomes a wrecking ball. Ask anybody who lived through the 2008 crash. I did. And when my income took a hit, my debts didn't budge. The banks didn't care that the world was falling apart. They still wanted their money. That's when you learn the real nature of leverage. It amplifies success, but it multiplies failure. See, guys, look, stress replaces freedom. Anxiety replaces stability. And all the gurus out there who got crazy pushing this leverage, where are they now? They're nowhere to be found. Look, this whole debt thing, it's not new, all right? Thousands of years ago, ancient scripture spelled it out clearly. The borrower is slave to the lender. Guys, that wasn't a metaphor. It was economic reality. Debt creates dependency. Debt narrows your choices. Debt forces people into situations that they'd never choose if they weren't being squeezed. Look, here's the promise of prosperity was tied to being a lender, not a borrower. The lender has security. The lender has options, confidence. The borrower, oh, they got obligations, risks, and anxiety. Modern culture flipped that script. Modern culture glamorized borrowing and called it ambition. But the core truth has not changed. Borrowers serve and lenders rule. Real estate gurus push scale bigger, scale faster, go all in on debt. They show you massive portfolios, but what they don't show you is the balance sheet. Most of those doors belong to the banks. One shift in the economy and the whole empire is underwater. Guys, unlevered investors sleep very differently. When you don't have debt, when your properties are free and clear, downturns aren't threats, they become opportunities. See, you keep the property, you keep the income. You don't have to panic when rents soften because you don't owe anybody. That is real freedom. That's real stability. That's real wealth. When you own an asset outright, the asset works for you. When you leverage it to the hilt, you work for the asset and the lender. Financial slavery is real. College costs balloon because of debt. Housing crashes happen because of debt. Bankruptcies occur because people can't conquer debt. And the majority of Americans, they're living a costume version of wealth. Fancy cars, big homes, and the latest gadgets, but they're all owned by the lenders. See, affordability is simple. If you must absolutely hand your paycheck to the lenders, then the reality is you can't afford it. Freedom begins when you stop buying the lie. Freedom begins when you delay gratification. Freedom begins when you commit to owning your life instead of financing it. It's time to break the chains. It's time to build real wealth through ownership. It's time to build income streams one door at a time. This isn't about looking rich. It's about being free. And once you get that, the banks lose all their power over your future. I'm Joshua Christensen with Christensen Properties, powered by R1 of New Mexico. If you want real freedom, subscribe to this channel and click in the description to take my free one-door challenge today.